Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking to Susanna Fayak about how we should spend our free time. Let's take the conversation on. Susanna, most of the people in our society are involved in mental work.
Yes.
They don't do any sort of physical activity while they're at their workplace.
Yes.
So, how they should modify their free time or their leisure so that that lack of physical activity may be fulfilled?
Yes. First of all, it's a fantastic question what you bring up, because I see this on a daily basis that people who work with computers, they basically one-sidedly fatigued because their brain is completely fatigued from looking at the screen, and the only little break they get up sometimes is look at the screen and do some other thing on the screen. So basically the only time you are able to focus for 45 minutes, then you must get up and do something else. So these are the things when you can learn some physical activities and, for example, some yoga stuff, some breathing exercises, which can help you within 5 minutes to get your blood a little bit moving, your circulation up. So basically you restore yourself. So the physical activity fatigue basically refreshes your brain. So if you do this on a regular basis during the day, you're gonna have a much shorter day at work. That means your efficiency rate goes up, so much shorter period of a time you will be
And you
solving
can do more
those.
work in a shorter span of time.
That's right. So that means your focus gets really high up and you get really efficient with your work. But for that, you need to be getting through that temporary time of I am so tired, I just want to sleep. This is when you say that I know it's just a feeling, let me get up, let me move my muscles a little bit, let me stretch a little bit, and I will feel better within 2 minutes, I guarantee that. So basically, if people get used to practicing that at work, and if corporations realize that they have to put in a little room for the staff, for the employees, so they can go there and they can do some physical activity, some stretches, and it's normal, and it becomes a habitual thing. Look at the Google office, or look at any American research corporations like AT&T, where basically they are like a big playgrounds. So you can just sit anywhere and work, and if you feel like you go for a stretch and kick the ball around, go ahead and do that, because doesn't matter within that 8-hour period of time. Some days you're gonna be more efficient, some days gonna be less, but overall it will come out to a pretty good day. We are all human beings after all.
Susanna, there are certain people or certain age groups when people are passionate about exercise.
Yes.
How the exercise should be chosen? Because most of the time I see young people going out to the gym to
Yes.
get involved into physical activity. Is that a likely thing to be done, or should we modify that? Because exercise can be done anywhere at all.
That's right. So when you have a person who is externally motivated, not internally motivated, they will have to go out of the house. So it's actually a good thing to place the exercise out of the house or some other place like your roof. You get wonderful roofs here where you can just go up and do your exercise somewhere else than your living space. And that means that you know that that's your living space, that's your exercise space. It's actually good to go away. Your mind gets ready. I'm getting ready to do some exercise, and do it outside. And find the activity which you like to do. If you like to go to the gym, that's fantastic. Do the weights, do any group exercises, they are lovely, those aerobics activities and dances. It goes with music, so it gets you pumping, and music has been proven, then it gets you pumping and gets you motivated, so you do more physical activity. So
Yeah, it does modify your mood.
Yeah, so you can actually listen to music and do activities. So basically when I'm stuck, there is nothing else to do,
But
I
one
jump
thing-
rope.
But one thing that I've noted most
Yeah.
of the time is that they are not consistent with their habits.
Right.
Like if you're going to the gym, they don't do it on a regular basis. There are
Yes.
times in life and after a certain years,
Yes.
they stop going to the gym, and that's when the problems start.
Yeah, boredom. So when somebody buys a fitness equipment, we say it's a 90-day miracle, and after it becomes a very expensive coat hanger at home because all the clothes is being dried on those equipment. That's why I said it's good to get out and vary physical activities. Like if you have a gym membership, it's great. Do it once or twice a week, do something else outside. It's been proven that looking at green things and natural things like the blue sky, it will have a better restorative effect on the body than being indoors. And if you are indoor a lot, it's good to actually break that rhythm, getting out of the air condition and go outside and do something else outside with being one with nature. So if you break up your routine and you vary your routine and you actually bring this spontaneity in your daily life, then it will be a sustainable physical activity. And I encourage everybody to do that and have many different physical activities, including cleaning your house, washing your car, scrubbing your bathroom. These are great, fantastic physical activities. If we start thinking about it as an energy expenditure, that would be fantastic.
Rather saying that doing your own work yourself.
Yeah, and then you save a lot of money on that too. So, and then your energy expenditure is there. You can break actually your energy expenditure, like physical activity during the day. If you have 10-minute bouts of physical activities 4 times, that's actually the same thing as having 40 minutes of exercise all in one. So,
Susanna, one thing that I have noticed is, or rather experienced, is that grown-ups are difficult to modify. While we can modify the children while they're growing up during their upbringing
yes.
in a better manner. How should we plan that?
Well, let's look at this. Adults out there, listen to this. Your children will follow you. We know that 7 to 49% of the children who are obese now, they will be obese adults. So if you are a sedentary adult, your kid is highly likely will be sedentary and obese. So basically, how is your mindset should be? What do you want your children to look like, and how do you want them to grow up? You want them to be sedentary and getting sick? Or you start to be aware and start to actually exercise because you're going to be a role model for them. So you can start changing your mind in a split second like that once your value system changes and you know what you want with your children and with your family. So if that's important for you,
so we should make our children our motivation.
Right, but for the biggest motivation or inspiration rather for the children is going to be you. They are copying you as a parent, right? So if you're already exercising and it's in a regular daily basis, they will want to come with you. They will want to do it because mom and dad is doing it, so it should be good. I want to do it with them. I look up to them, so I should copy them what they are doing. So if they are looking at you always eating in gluttony and watching television, guess what is going to happen with your kid?
Sure.
Yeah, so then if you are telling your kid go out and exercise while you're sitting at home watching TV and eating, that's like incongruent. It will never happen.
So you have to change yourself first before changing your kids.
That's right. That's right. Your children are your mirror. So you can see yourself in your children. Your kids are learning from you. It's nobody else, right? So whatever habits, behaviors, speaking badly, behaving badly, they are learning. Being angry, they are learning it from somebody, and they're learning it from the closest people around them.
Another thing that I've noticed in people is that they like to go out and eat whenever they get free time.
Yes.
How should we manage that, and how should we modify the eating habits so that it would be healthy one?
I think nothing is wrong with going out and having a treat as a meal, as long as it's done with consciousness. However, making it into a recreational activity, that is a problem. So if we are breaking our days with going out to eat instead of having physical activity, that's a problem. If both of them are in there, there is no problem. And even if we go out and eat and we do it sensibly, and you 90% of the time you are eating healthy and your treats are the going out, there is absolutely no problem with that as long as you do it with awareness. So basically this is the mindset change behind the whole thing, that what is the reason for you to go out and eat? The biggest problem with the buffet is you pay once and you can eat like gluttony, or you go out to weddings or any places when this food is free, people just go wild because it's free, so let me just eat as much as I can because there is no tomorrow. Yes, there is tomorrow and you'll be suffering tomorrow. So basically it is very important to make that change because your kids will also watch that.
So I think it would be better to say that while eating we should own our body.
That's right. So basically if you learn that you are fueling your body with the food to do other activities, then you have to have another activity what you're doing it for. So if you have physical activity there, then it will help you that I am eating this way because I'm going to have a physical activity tomorrow, so let me do well in that physical activity. So that will create that value change of what is the reason for me to eat that way. And if you just compare how you feel after a heavy meal compared to a light meal, and if you keep the light meals for 5 days and you load yourself up with heavy fried food on the day 6, then it's going to give you a definite experience. We call this the eating alive challenge. And then you can choose which way you want to go.
Susanna, I will have to stop the conversation temporarily. Audience, it's time for a commercial break. We will be right back after a short break. Stay tuned.